Okay, all right, everybody. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness. So first, I want to say I'm really excited about this collection. And then I want to say I did have surgery. So limit with my left hand, or use with my left hand, is limited. I have to wear a bandage and these compression things for the foreseeable future. So if you see this hanging around, that's what's going on. But today's video is one I'm really excited about. It is a review over the Wet n Wild SpongeBob SquarePants collection. I'm so excited for this. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Give this video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So I actually got the whole PR box off of Wet n Wild's website. So this is what the box looks like. I am holding it with my right hand because I can't hold it with my left. I can support like this, but I can't hold anything with my left hand. Over a pound. So this is what the box looks like. It is so cute. Like, the artwork in here is adorable. And yes, I'm not using my normal tripod to film either. It's currently elsewhere. It's being borrowed, so I'm just kind of using a different one, so I'm sorry about that. The artwork on the inside is adorable. It's so cute. So I'm just gonna stick this, I think, I guess over here, because I don't really know where else to put it. And then this is what the collection consists of, and I will be taking everything out and showing you everything, but this is what the PR package looks like. Yeah, it is so stinking cute. Like, everything in here is so cute. So oh, okay, so let's just quickly go over what the PR package consists of, and all of this is available on Wet n Wild's website individually, or you can just buy the whole collection, which is what I did. So the main thing that drew me in was the sponge case. It is the pineapple, and it actually looks like it would be a hard plastic, but it's not. It's silicone, and I really wanted this. Like, this is what I was most excited about. So it says a portable pineapple case that houses your sponge and protects it from dirt and grime. The innovative ventilated design allows the makeup sponge to dry properly, while the flexible and durable silicone material provides the ultimate protection for your makeup sponge. It retails for $5.99, and it is so stinking cute. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the detail on there, but there is like the door and the windows, and it's so cute. I love it. Now, the main reason I wanted this, let me scoot closer to you guys. I feel like I'm super far away. The main reason I wanted this was because my cat's, specifically Bean, likes to steal my makeup sponge, and he likes to play with them and chew them up. So I wanted something to protect them, and this is really cute. Obviously we won't really be reviewing this, but it's still really cute, so I wanted to include it because it's really cute. It's really cute. I really liked it, so we'll just put the box back in here. Then we have some sponges. Let's do the sponges because I feel like that makes sense. So there are 3 sponges in this collection. They are these 3 right here. Now they do each have a different purpose. SpongeBob, they're all $5.99. SpongeBob is this one. Perfect for contouring and baking and blending. And then Patrick, which is this one, covers large surfaces of the face. Tapered tip is perfect for application around the nose, chin, and under the eyes. And then Squidward, I have weird thoughts on. Perfect for precise placement with a large side, allows for effortless blending all over. So Squidward, I have concerns about Squidward. First off, I don't really understand why he is this shape. Like, it's a really awkward shape. I can't get him out of the box. It's a really awkward shape. Like, it's really cute. The detailing is really cute. His face is on there, you can't really see, but the shape is really awkward, like maybe around the nose, but I don't know, I don't really see much purpose for Squidward. That's just my opinion. And then Patrick is one I'm probably the most excited about, because the shape of Patrick I really, really like. Let me go ahead and get him out of here. So here's Patrick. Again, the detailing on him, I don't think it'll focus on it. It has his face and like his shorts like pattern on there. The shape of Patrick I really like, and you can use all of these wet or dry, which I really like. And then SpongeBob, to me, for the way I like to do my makeup, I think he'll like strictly be like a contour sponge. Again, the detail is super cute. Like, it would fit perfectly like right here with the cream contour, or maybe like a cream highlighter. I could see the baking, like where they were going with the flat edge, but I don't really bake all that much. I will I think use at least SpongeBob and Patrick. I don't really know how I'm going to use Squidward, if I'm being completely honest, but hey, we'll give him a shot, maybe, I don't know. And then we have two brushes. So we have a round Kabuki brush, which is sandy. It retails for $8.99, and it is to buff the skin smoothly and evenly distribute powder makeup. So this is sandy, the Kabuki brush. And this is really cute. Like, the collection is really, really cute. I don't understand why it's mainly brushes and like tools, but I'm not mad at it either. This is like really awkward to hold. It's really cute with sandy on it. It's really, really soft, but it's kind of awkward to hold with the shape of the tail. And I bet you could like just buff it out. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll definitely give this a go as well. And then we have a SpongeBob flat Kabuki brush, which retails for $8.99 as well. Powder application, perfect for contouring and highlighting. I think this brush is going to be the perfect contouring brush, with the shape of it, the dimension of it, literally everything about it just screams contour. These are the softest bristles ever, and this would just be a perfect contouring brush, which I completely agree with, and it's so cute. So this one I definitely can see myself reaching for. And then we have two cleaning things. We have the sponge and brush cleansing pads. These retail for $8.99 and designed with its own unique grooves to offer customized cleaning for all your accessories. So I am going to try this out at the end of this video, let you guys know how it goes. I'm a little iffy on it. It's really cute, but I don't know how well it's going to clean, truthfully, with how small the area surface is. I clean my brushes on a mat from Amazon, and I absolutely love it. And this is essentially the same idea, but each layer of the Krabby Patty has different textures for the product, and it is really, really small, which is kind of my concern. Like, I don't think it's gonna have enough surface area to really get clean. I am gonna try it out with just a couple different brushes to see, but the burger itself is really, really cute, and it's adorable. Like, it's adorable. And then we have the sponge and brush cleanser. This is the Gary item. Effective makeup sponge and brush cleaner, removes product buildup, dirt, and germs for squeaky clean tools. I really like the Real Techniques brush cleaner, and the e.l.f. one is really, really nice. I've never tried like a bar like this. Like, this is essentially a bar of soap. Let me peel this sticker off so I can actually open it for you. Here we go. It looks like a bar of soap, but it smells fantastic. Again, the detail on this is really, really cute. Like, around the edges there's just little things of coral and bubbles. It's really cute, so we're gonna try that out as well. Then we have some makeup. I saved the makeup for last. The highlighter, I have concerns that it's going to be too dark for me as a highlighter, so I don't really know because I haven't opened it, but it looks like it's going to be too dark. So I hope it's not though, because it would kind of suck. I can't get it open. It's featuring Wet n Wild's legendary award-winning highlighting powder. Richly pigmented pearl-infused highlighter is inspired by SpongeBob's luminous golden hue, which radiates his energy, happiness, and outlook. The packaging is once again adorable, and I have tried Wet n Wild highlighters in the past, and they're not bad. They're definitely not my favorite. I don't think I have any in my collection currently. Let me double check before I say that. I have the bronzing one, which is essentially a highlighter, but I don't have any of the ones in this packaging anymore. I have decluttered them all, and then I have some loose highlighters from them, which I absolutely love, but I don't have any like this. And the powder is actually pressed with SpongeBob's face, which is absolutely adorable. So I'm going to first just take a little bitty swatch of this and see if it's going to be too dark for me. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be way too dark for my skin tone. So I just swatched it right there. We'll try it as a highlighter anyway, even though I have suspicions that's going to be too dark. I do want to just give, you know, a review. If it is too dark, I may end up decluttering it, or I could probably use it as an eyeshadow, but it's still really cute. So we have that. Then we have the eyeshadow palette, which is called Nautical Nonsense. I don't know how much these are. The highlighter is $5.99, but the price of the palette isn't actually on my little sheet, and it's not actually on the palette. So I don't know how much it is. I'm assuming it's not too expensive because it is Wet n Wild, but the packaging again is just so cute. And then the colors in here, I would never have thought to put them together, and I'm really excited about this because I'm picky on my drugstore eyeshadows, so you guys know that, so I'm interested to see how well this performs. And then the two products I'm most excited about are, I really am excited about this one. So let me shake it up. It's like all settled again. It settles awfully bad. So this is the BFF Best Friends Forever Hydrating and Brightening Primer Mist. This sounds like everything I would love. It says it's illuminating, light reflecting, impact a soft dewy glow, preps, hydrates. This sounds like everything I love. So I'm really interested in trying this. I've only tried one priming spray, I believe, and it was by e.l.f. and I wasn't the biggest fan. And then we have the FUN Fun Purifying Setting Mist, which also sounds absolutely up my alley. Alrighty, so I have everything just kind of laid out here. I am going to try the brush cleaner at the end just so I can see exactly how well everything works. So I'm going to start with the BFF primer. It does say shake me, and as you saw earlier, I did just shake it, but I'm going to give it just a little bit more. And it smells nice. I'm going to get it going before I squirt it. Ooh, that mist looks nice. So we're gonna give this a shot. I'm really nervous to see how this performs. So we're just gonna go in and hope for the best. Ooh, okay, that was probably way too much, but that mist is so nice. And the smell, it's not heavily scented, but it just has a nice scent. Oh, I'm a really big fan of this. That worries me though, because it is limited edition, so I'm kind of scared that if I really like it, I'm not gonna be able to get it again. I might just go to Walmart and buy another one because I like this so far. I know I just used it, but like the mist feels incredible. Beans up here, so excuse his tail. The glow on my skin is incredible. There are like little like teeny tiny flecks of, hey sir, that's rude, get out of here. Get out of here, sir. There are like teeny tiny flecks of like glitter on my skin, but it's super fine. I don't think you'll be able to see them through foundation at all, but it just gives a beautiful finish to my skin. I didn't moisturize before going in because I didn't know how hydrating, hey, get down. I didn't know how hydrating it would be. I would recommend going in with a moisturizer before, you know, any primer, but I wanted to just see exactly how hydrating is hydrating, so that's why I didn't do that today. I would recommend going in with it. It's a major win for me, at least so far. Obviously, if it affects the application of my foundation or the longevity of it, my thoughts will probably change. Usually I use my Real Technique sponge, but we are going to use Patrick today. So this is Patrick Dry. We'll just use my sleeve, my compression sleeve for size. So this is Patrick Dry, and I'm going to go wet Patrick, and then I'll be right back and we'll see how big he gets when he's wet. Okay, so I just got back from wetting Patrick, and he's huge. He got huge. Oh my god, he's massive. Oh my goodness. The softness feels very similar to the Real Techniques sponge, which I absolutely love, which is my favorite. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this foundation. Usually I pump it out on the back of my hand, but I can't do that. So we're just gonna go in and hope for the best. I don't ever apply foundation like this, but you know. Okay, I feel like he's absorbing. So I know sponges absorb product, but I feel like Patrick is absorbing quite a lot of product. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh my, I do love this little rounded tip though, and it's like super narrow, so it's really nice to get right up in the crevice of my nose, which I love. So that is a huge plus. We are doing our face first today, obviously. I think Patrick is absorbing quite a bit of product. Now, I don't think it's terrible. I do just think he is absorbing quite a bit of product, like I said, which, depending on your preferences, you may or may not like. I don't really mind that, and it is able, like, I'm able to, you know, kind of go back over, and some makeup sponges on their first application do absorb a little bit more than what they normally do after you've kind of broke them in. I don't hate it. The application is going on very smooth. I do have a hair on my face. Let's get that off. Yeah, the application is very smooth. It's very nice. It's not going patchy. So primer wise, so far I'm a fan. Sponge wise, so far I'm a fan. It, like I said, it is absorbing a little bit more product, I think, than the Real Techniques one does, but it's not too terrible. Like, you guys know those sponges where you use them and they're like they're rock hard and they absorb everything and you can't get any type of blend or anything. It's not like that. I mean, he is absorbing product, but it's a sponge. Sponges do absorb product. That's kind of like what they do. Use Patrick's head. Now, I'm a big fan of how skinny that tip is. When I first saw it, I was like a little skeptical. I thought maybe it'd be too flimsy because of how tiny it was. Granted, it got a lot bigger when it got wet. But I really like that. Like, it just gets right up in here so perfectly. And don't get me wrong, the Real Technique sponge, you can get in there as well, but you kind of have to work a little bit harder. This is literally like the perfect size. Like, the perfect size. Also, sorry if you hear my cats. I'm home alone, hence the door being open, and you know how they are. I can't leave mom alone, so got some in here hanging out with me. So if you hear them, I apologize, or see them like you did earlier, I apologize. It's just kind of what it's like, you feel me? All right, big fan of that. So I think to find a purpose for Squidward, I'm going to use him for powder. I want to use him for powder. So Patrick is in here, and I'm just gonna leave him out on my vanity to dry, my desk to dry. So I'm gonna take Squidward. I'm just gonna dip like his nose into this powder and just, ooh. I have no idea what to suspect of this powder, but it's working. Like, the sponge itself is working to pick it up. And it, like the tip of his nose fits really nice in here in the inner corner, so that's really nice. So maybe use him for powder. I don't really know like what to use him for. Like his shape is really off for me, so I don't really know. He does have like a flat, like a whole flat side, so maybe that would be really nice for the face as well. I just preferred Patrick's shape for the face, but hey yo, maybe not. That worked really well. So if you do get the collection, Squidward works really well on the face. So yeah, so I'm gonna use SpongeBob now, and I'm going to contour my cheeks using the Tarte Pro Glow palette in the cream shade called Shade. I'm gonna use that to contour. So I'm gonna take the bottom part of the sponge, just like, oh, it picks up a lot of product. That stresses me out. So we'll see if it can blend out. Ooh. Okay, let's just. So dry, it places it really well, but does not blend really well. Oh no, don't tell me you've dried in place like that. I would freak out. It's like a full-on stripe bronzer. So the shape, you are able to contour. I would say if you're going to use SpongeBob to contour, I would recommend wetting him first. I didn't, so I'm just going to go back and forth between Patrick and SpongeBob to contour, but I would recommend wetting SpongeBob first because it'll apply the contour. It's just really, really difficult to blend it out, and this particular contour cream contour can settle pretty quickly if you're not careful. It does pick up a lot of product, which is nice, but I would just recommend wetting and see maybe that'll work a little bit better when it comes to blending out product. It's applying it nice and evenly, which I really like. I feel like I normally use a brush to cream contour, and sometimes it doesn't apply as evenly as I wish it would, but the sponge is doing a really, really nice job at making sure everything is even. So I do really like that. I'm a big fan of that. So I'll just keep, and I'm just kind of swiping. Now I'm trying to get most of that product off that sponge, and then I'm just taking Patrick. I'm just blending that out, you know, I'm just gently tapping over it and then just kind of blending. I'll try the whole baking technique with SpongeBob as well, just to, you know, get the full experience underneath my contour anyway, because I don't like to bake my under eyes because I'm dry and I feel like it makes it look really weird. I applied way too much bronzer on this side, like way too much. I'm gonna have to clean this sponge again because next time I go to use it, it'll like leave little bitty contour streaks on my face. But hey, not bad for that, like, at all. This side definitely looks a little bit better than this side, but we'll just kind of deal with that as is. But SpongeBob is not bad. I do think Patrick is my favorite sponge. Yeah, but we're gonna bake contour now. I'm just gonna wipe off the rest of that cream bronzer, like get what we can off of this, just so it doesn't transfer. That will ruin the sponge forever. So I'm gonna take that same powder that we used for under our eyes. We're gonna pick some of this up. Okay. I feel like the curved side would be better for this, but I kind of already ruined that side with the contour. For SpongeBob, the cream contour was really, really nice. I do like how smooth I was able to pick up and place the cream contour, so that I really liked. However, is it like a life-changing sponge that you absolutely have to have? Not necessarily. I don't hate it, but I definitely think Patrick is the best one. So if you're only wanting to pick up one sponge, I would definitely just pick up Patrick. So the sponge works amazing for baking, so that's really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and bronze our skin. Bronze like this. Oh, okay. The sandy brush is definitely not super precise. I have a very heavily bronzed cheek going on right now, which is, for some people, it's not really for me. So we'll see if we can be a little bit more careful on this side. Being really, really soft with the application. Now, preferably, I would like to use this probably for blush or for powder to set the whole face. So I might clean it off and use it for that. So we have a very heavily bronzed look going on right now, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. The bronzer itself is pretty. I did swatch it before, but the brush is not very precise, so I'm having to go in with another brush and just kind of blend everything out just to make sure that things are a little bit more cohesive to what I like. It's not that my skin looks terrible, because it doesn't. It's just really heavily bronzed, and that's something I'm not typically used to. It's really soft. It blends really well. It's just not super precise, which I prefer more of a concentrated bronzer brush like this. They're about the same size, but this one is just, the bristles are a little bit stiffer, so I find that the product doesn't really go everywhere. It's not terrible. Not terrible. So we're gonna go in with this highlighter now. I think the highlighter is going to be too dark, but we're still gonna try to make it work. So, you know, I think the shade is literally just called SpongeBob, so we're gonna take just a little bit of it. I feel like that's a little bit more true to color and how things are actually looking. It looks really shadowed, but I think this is like the truest to color I can be right now. It's very glittery. I think it would look absolutely stunning on deeper skin tones. I think this would just really flatter people with deeper skin tones. For me, I could get away with it as a highlighter, but I do think it's just a smidge too dark. It's not as dark as the ColourPop eyeshadow that I tried to use as a highlighter, but I definitely think it's just a smidge too dark for me to use as a highlighter. I could definitely use it as a highlighter. Like, I'm gonna use it today as a highlighter. So I'm gonna keep it with my highlighting drawer, and I don't know, maybe I'll grow to like it. I typically like really intense, like champagne highlighters. Those are like my favorites. I don't really have a whole lot of gold or yellow. I mean, it is, as you can see, like, it is slightly too dark. I mean, like, you can't really tell all that bad on camera. But, you know, maybe for a fun look or something. I don't know. I'm gonna wear it as a highlighter today, since it is a highlighter, and I wanted to review the whole collection, but definitely don't know. I think it would be more of an eyeshadow for me, but it would look beautiful on deeper skin tones. So if you have deeper skin, I would highly recommend this, because I think it would look stunning on you. Nautical Nonsense. It is a beautiful palette. It's very colorful, which makes sense. You know, SpongeBob SquarePants bikini bottom, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna take the shade One Eternity Later, which is this one. First off, it has like stamps of burgers and jellyfish and flowers in it. How cute is that? But I'm gonna take this one right here. I'm gonna use that as my transition shade as soon as I find a suitable brush that is actually clean. This is why we're gonna try the cleaner out, because my brushes are filthy. Quite a bit of kick up in there, so you can see that. It's quite a bit of kick up. That doesn't really concern me all that much, so we will see how these perform. I haven't used a Wet n Wild eyeshadow in ages. I don't think I've ever had a palette by them before. I can't remember if I have, but I know I've used some of their singles, and some of their singles are some of my favorite singles. I just don't really use a whole lot of eyeshadow singles, if I'm being completely honest. I'm more of a palette person, and I know that a lot of people are completely against palettes, like they're more single people. I'm more of a palette person myself. So, ooh, hello, who's that? Subway. That blends out beautifully. That is a beautiful transition color. I could just see that all over the lid as like a one eyeshadow look when you're just going out the door this summer. That would be stunning. I really don't know what look I'm doing either. I literally am just grabbing colors. Like, I didn't think about the look I wanted to do. I ordered this almost 2 weeks ago, and it came in the other day, and because I had surgery I had to wait to play with it because my meds just made me super sick, and I just was feeling under the weather. And I might film my surgery video later today because I know a lot of people on my Facebook page are curious as to what happened, what was going on, like how did you, like why did you need emergency surgery. So I might just make a video dedicated to that. Because there's a lot to go over, and I thought about doing it in this video, but truthfully I just wanted this video to be focused mainly on the SpongeBob collection because, you know, like as you can see here, my ring finger is not even holding the palette. Like that's as far as it can go, and this palette doesn't weigh a pound. I can only hold things that weigh less than a pound. So like there's just a lot to go over, but I had to wait to film with this, and it was just sitting in here, and it looks so pretty. The sun came back out, so let's darken that a little bit more. By the way, it's a little bit more true to color. I want you to be able to actually see the color of the shadows. It's a little dark for the screen, but that's pretty true to color, so I just wanted you to see the actual color of shadows. But anyway, I just had to sit here and wait, and I just wanted to play, and unfortunately I was unable to do so. So I'm going to take Howdy Y'all, which is this one right here. It looks like it's basically the same shade, just slightly lighter, so I'm going to take that. That one's not as powdery. But yeah, I think I'm going to film just a video talking about what happened to my hand, just so everybody is on the same page. Just so everybody knows what's going on. And I do appreciate all the messages I have received. You know, asking how I'm doing, asking what did the therapist say, you know, all the things like that. So I do really appreciate that. I do really appreciate your sweet thoughts. And last week I appreciate you guys being really patient with me because I was unable to film and upload because I was just super sick. Like my meds made me super sick. So I do really appreciate you guys for just being super understanding and whatnot. So yeah, you guys were really great, and I'm very happy to see you. So there's not too many mattes in here, but there are a lot of colors. One thing I am noticing that this palette doesn't really have is a deep matte to darken the crease. It has some pretty fun colors, but nothing to deepen the crease a little bit, which is what I like to do. There's a navy blue in here, so I guess we'll use that. It's called Secret Formula. Yeah, it's a navy blue. I prefer to, like, I didn't want to use the navy blue because I don't think I'm going to go in with the blue shadow. Like, I just didn't want to do that, but ooh, that shade's really pretty. The shades in this palette are really pretty, and the formula so far is really nice, and I would not expect anything less from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has some of my favorite brushes ever. They have some of my favorite face products ever. I'm trying to find, like, the perfect brush for what I want to do with this look. Yeah, they make some of my favorite products of life, and some of my holy grails are Wet n Wild products. So I really wanted to review this collection because one, I love SpongeBob, and two, makeup and hello, it's super cute. So I'm gonna take Secret Formula. This looks pretty pigmented, so I'm a little scared, and we'll just take this and deepen up that crease. Ooh, okay. It is pretty pigmented. I did pick up a light amount of this, so I would be careful going into this shade because it is pretty pigmented. It's really pretty though. I like this so far. This whole collection so far has been a really big hit. I think the highlighter is probably my least favorite thing. I think Patrick is probably my favorite thing. next to that primer spray. That primer spray was pretty incredible. I'm a big fan of that as well. Blue is kind of hard to blend, if I'm being completely honest, which is, it can happen with blue, especially navy blue or like purple eyeshadows. They can be a little bit more difficult to blend, so that's just kind of an all across the board thing. But I'm noticing that it is kind of difficult to blend, so I would just take your time with the blue shade. While it is really pigmented and it is really pretty and it is blendable, it's just a little bit more difficult to blend than the other two shades that I've used. But again, it's a blue, and that's kind of across the board type thing, so it's not anything Wet n Wild particularly did. It's just blue and purple are shadows that are a little bit harder to formulate, a little bit harder to work with anyway. So just wanted to inform y'all of that. I really don't know what lid color to use. I kind of want to use this marbled one right here because that looks incredible. That's called the Shady Shoals, but like that shade looks incredible. The glitters I swatched look incredible. I can't hold that, that hurts. The green right here looks incredible. I really don't know, but I think I'm gonna go in with the marble shade because that just looks incredible, and I've never seen, like, I've never used a marbled shade, so I'm gonna swatch it first. Oh, so it's like a very, very pretty, like, champagne-y gold color. That is stunning. And the marble stays. It's not as prominent now because I did mix it up, but it stays. So I'm going to use that because that shade looks incredible. So Shady Shoals is what that's called. And we're going to pick that up and we're going to pack that on our lid. Ooh, look at that color. Yes. So I'm not the biggest fan normally of drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I just don't love them. I feel like every single time I use them, they're okay. I mean, there are a few exceptions that I do really like, but for the most part, across the board, they don't really impress me. I don't really love to use them. I have more high-end palettes, but this Wet n Wild one is very, very pleasantly, surprisingly good. I really do like it. Usually I think it's drugstore shadows have gotten better since the last few years, but their shimmers are normally okay. Sometimes they can be a little lackluster, but their mattes sometimes can just be not pigmented or extremely hard to blend, and just things that aren't really my favorites to work with. So that's why I typically prefer high-end eyeshadow palettes, but this one is really, really nice, and that color is absolutely stunning. I don't know what shade to go into darken the outer edge. I don't want to use the same shade again, so I think I might take this one just so I can use another shade. That is the shade Load of Barnacles. It's this one right here. And I do love that the shade names are on the back with the color of the shade itself. Like, that is just amazing. It's kind of like the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I love that idea, and it makes, you know, filming and using shades and recommending shades so much easier. I wish more companies did that. And I'm going to take it. It's not a matte shade. It does have some shimmer in it. And I'm going to take that on a brush and hopefully not get a bunch of fallout since it does have shimmer in it, and just pack it on. I want to use a little bit more, you know, I want to use some more shades in here because I really like the palette so far, and there's just a lot of fun colors in here, which makes sense. One, SpongeBob Bikini Bottom, it's colorful, and summertime. It came out in March, which was leading into the summer months, so it's like the perfect summer palette, I think. Like, it's just really, really nice, and that shade does have some fallout, so hopefully it doesn't stain my cheek. I'll be really upset. Yeah, but yeah, I do like the colors. They're colors that I never would have thought to put together. Like, if you would ask me like colors for a SpongeBob palette, I probably wouldn't have said half of these, but I do like that. Like, I was pleasantly surprised about what colors were included. I guess I'm just going to finish my makeup and then I'll be right back. I'm going to highlight my brow bone using mayonnaise, which is this one, and I'm going to put my inner corner tartar sauce, which is this one right here. I just need to do my brows first, and I feel like that would be pretty boring on camera. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back to, I guess, do the setting spray and the brushes. You know what? No. We'll do the setting spray now because why not? So this is the Fun Purifying Setting Mist. Again, we'll go ahead and just get it warmed up. Oh, that mist is so nice. The smell is the same. It's just slightly stronger on this one. But as you can see, this one's already starting to settle back, which is why it tells you to shake it up. But the mist is super, super fine. I really, really like that. So now I'll just finish the rest of my makeup and then we'll be back to kind of just go over everything, even though I'm kind of giving my thoughts throughout the whole video. Sponges. Like I've said throughout the video, my favorite is Patrick. I really like the shape of Patrick, and I just really liked the shape of Patrick. Now, I think if you were to wet all three of them, they would all probably grow to be about the same size, I would imagine. They're all about the same consistency. And yeah, I really liked it. Now, the brushes, unfortunately, I wasn't able to use this one today, but this one I was okay with. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world. Now, I don't think it's terrible, but truthfully, if you were gonna get a product, I would probably pass on this. It's just not something that really excited me. The highlighter, it is pretty. It is too dark for me. I just, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I can get away with it, but it's not typically, like, it's not my thing. So I think I'm going to probably pass it on to somebody else because it is really, really pretty. The sprays, the primer, I was really, really impressed with. I really, really like this so far, and I really liked the setting spray as well. The mists on them are incredible, and I really just liked the scent. I liked how they look. I literally love these, so these are a huge hit. And then the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette I did really like. Now, I do think the blue is a little hard to blend, but like I said while I was using it, that's kind of a thing across the board with blues and purples anyway. They can be kind of difficult to work with. The shades in here are absolutely beautiful, and they do work really, really well, especially to be from the drugstore, which is a huge thing for me. I do really like this. The packaging is really, really cute. So now let's get into our brush cleanser. The brush looks like right now, and I'm gonna dip into my water, just 2 little dippy dips, and then I'm gonna take Gary, wet him a little bit just so I have a nice soapy texture to work with. Okay, so I already see the soap coming up, and then we'll go to the bottom bun, because why not? It's the first one I saw. So bottom bun, soapy brush. Can you see that? I'll have to take these out in the other room, obviously, and rinse them, but I'm gonna try, ooh, I should get a 4th brush because there's 4 pieces. So let's just pick out a random one. All right, so I have 1 brush for each piece. And then we'll dip back in the water and then just go back on the sponge. Or the burger, not the sponge, the burger. And dip back in the water. And I think that's clean. And we will just see how it looks. Wow. Very, very like faint scent. It's not too bad. And I'm really having to sniff for it, but look how clean that brush is. I love that. I love that. Okay, so that was the bottom. Now let's do the meat, and we'll take this guy. So this is just like a little packing brush. It has some blue eyeshadow on it. So I'm gonna repeat the same steps. I'm just gonna dip into my water. And then I didn't show you this part last time. This is the soap. And I'm just gonna like, since it's not round, it's kind of hard to go around. So we'll just go up and down and up and down. And then we'll go to our meat and just kind of, I don't really like the part, there's a question mark in here. It's kind of like inconvenient to do the swirlies with. Me, I think is okay. I definitely don't love that there's a question mark in it. I think the question mark is kind of inconvenient. It definitely works, but I prefer just the bun, and that is what this brush looks like now. So it's still clean, which I like. Now we'll do the lettuce, and we'll take this brush. This is before, there's a cat hair on it. This is before, and then we'll just dip into our water. Back to our thingy here. We'll just very lightly just do a couple of woo-hoo, and then our lettuce. So I can't hold it that well because this one is wavy, so it's kind of hard for me to hold it. We'll just go round and round and round and round. You can just see the color of that soap. It's just like all of my brushes are dirty, so this was, ooh, let's not get that wet, so we'll put this down because it's leaking water. I can't get my wrap wet. As you can see, like all of my brushes are dirty, so this was actually pretty nice to have. So I might use the cleaner to clean all my brushes and then just let you know like on IG how it went, but this one is clean as well. So far I'm a big fan. Now we have the top bun. This to me looks like it's for a sponge, but I'm not really gonna clean the sponges because you'd have to do it under running water, and I'm obviously not doing that. So I'm gonna take this brush, this is what it looks like right here, and we'll just see, this brush is really dense, so we'll see how well the soap goes. And I just like tapped it in there. I didn't go around in circles like the other brushes. I just kind of tapped it in there a few times. So now look how soapy that already is. This is incredible. I think after I get done filming for the day, I might go ahead and just clean all of my dirty brushes because there is a few of them, like there's quite a lot of them, and then I might just go to IG and let you guys know what I thought of this, or I'll put it down in the description box. But so far I really like it. I like the burger. I think the burger is going to be perfect for my eyeshadow brushes. So these are like my everyday most used eyeshadow brushes, and as you can see there are a lot of them. And for like smaller face brushes, so like the highlighting brush or like detailing brushes. But for face brushes, I think I'm going to stick to my Amazon like sink pad, because I feel like this just doesn't have a lot of surface area to do like big powder brushes like this. Like this is like the size of this. I feel like you would just be sucking up dirty water all the time. So that is my review over the entire SpongeBob PR Wet n Wild collection kit. I was really impressed with this collection. Yeah, I really liked pretty much everything that I've tried. The only thing I didn't try, unfortunately, was this little bitty Kabuki brush, but I will try it. I will try it, I promise. So, yeah, that is everything. So make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.